Hey guys, I am back. This is going to be a general reading for Cancer. If you're new, welcome to Casual Tarot. Just remember, Cancer, it's a big world, so it is general. And this is definitely not professional advice. You do what you want, Cancer. Let's see what we have. Oh, that was fast. Man holding the coin. Maybe someone's helping you out. Maybe you're getting a job offer. Maybe you're getting some business advice or a partnership, or maybe you just upgrading. Okay, maybe you're giving people advice, teaching, but I definitely feel like this is an upgrade for you, Cancer, which is a good thing. You have the Magician and the Mirror in reverse. Step into your power, Cancer. Okay, I feel like you learned so much. You have what you need, meaning you have the means, you have the knowledge, you have the experience to truly put a mark on this world. So what are you waiting for? Okay, what are you waiting for, Cancer? What'd I tell you? Put a mark on the world. The world's in reverse. That's funny. We're waiting for you. The world is your oyster. What are you waiting for? All right. Cornucopia. This is something Gemini got. And it's funny because I feel the same thing with you. It's like you don't know your potential. You don't know what you truly have, the blessings that are at your fingertips. Okay. Like I said, the world is waiting for you, Cancer, right? Be patient with the process, with everything in your life. Okay. You know, that doesn't mean stay still though. Okay. That means don't rush. Okay. Some things take time. Great things comes from things that take time. Okay. Um, So be patient, but don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you. We want to see what you got. All right. Your bottom card is Angel of Balance. So maybe that is what you need to focus on. Contract. So maybe some of you signed a contract or signed a deal or maybe even purchased something, but I do feel like you guys were upgraded. So maybe there was some decision that went your way. Maybe with this upgrade, you want to pursue something, okay, which will go your way also, because I feel like some of you may be purchasing something or signing something, okay, whether it's in the form of a car, house, or, maybe a business deal, okay, it's a good thing. But remember the balance and healing. You got to heal, all right? Some of you are healing from the past. The thing is that some of you think that it's done, like you don't have any more healing to do. Look again, Cancer, okay? Because there are things that bother you that stem from those heartbreaks, okay? So you're not fully healed like you think you are. You think by turning your cheek that, it's done. No, it's still in your heart. It's very much there, okay? So don't rush the healing process either. It's okay to still feel emotions and still feel hurt, okay? You want to get to a place where you can still live and move on, but it's okay to feel those things because it's something that happened to you. I feel like some of you are rushing it where you're not acknowledging it, okay? You have to acknowledge it first in order to fully move on, okay? I feel like you're putting it on the back burner, and when things come up, you may not realize it, but some of the decisions you make and how you see things stem from that hurt. And that's why I'm saying go back and continue to heal, because that would help you see things differently, especially how beautiful your life is, how beautiful you can make it even more. Okay. Like I said, stepping into your power, showing us what you got. All right. Let me see what else. You guys recently went through a transformation, which came with an upgrade, so that's a good thing. But I feel like you guys learned a lot too. Just learn to use, your power, though. Okay. We have the Bard, music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. So maybe you should start spreading your knowledge, what you've learned. He can be a teacher, this man holding the coin. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. I feel like you've been through a lot that you can now teach to the young minds so that they are prepared, so that they can learn from maybe your mistakes or other mistakes, just experiences that you've been through. I also feel like some of you may be around a lot of children, and it's time for you to tap into that storytelling, okay? Help your children, I guess, how can I put it? Learn through the storytelling, through the experiences you've had, the experiences maybe people around you had, just even about just life in the world. I feel like some of you are around children and should be teaching that life lessons, but also be more fun too. I feel like, you can teach history, you can teach about family, about a whole bunch of things in a fun way. And I feel like you should do it in a more fun way because that's how the young minds absorb it. You know what I'm saying? And some things I feel like you can teach, but it's more by what's that called? Oral oral tradition. Okay. You're not gonna find it in books. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that you should be teaching that are only found through your experiences. Okay. And I feel like they can really learn from that. So some of you are around either children or young minded people that I just feel like you're this has been coming out a lot, the cow. I just feel like you're an example. You're a leader, and you have influence. They listen to you, even if they act like they don't. They listen to you, Cancer. Okay. All right. So I feel like you should continue that and maybe even tap into that. Maybe some of you used to like music and poetry or used to like art or something and you no longer do that. I feel like you should start tapping into that again. Again. Okay. Some of you, let that go for a minute. The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. And you're definitely going to receive because I feel like you want something, you went after it, and you're going to get it with that contract. Even with the man holding the coin, that upgrade, okay? I feel like that's just the beginning of a lot of abundance for you. And like I said, the world is waiting for you. So there's definitely more out there. You gotta seek it. You gotta see it in order to seek it. Okay. Oh, okay. Clean up your circle. Okay. Risk goblins. Well, the goblin. The human, I'm sorry, the wounded human ego. Be patient, Cancer, because I feel like that may stem from that too. Some of you may get frustrated where you just may lower yourself, or you may go down to other people's level, because I have a feeling that some people may do things that trigger you, and sometimes, well, you take the bait. So just be careful with that. But as far as life, know that, you're not going to know unless you try. And I feel like some of you have come to a good place, but there's so much more. And I feel like you may be a little comfortable where you're at, where you're like, well, I'm good. I don't need to do anything else. Things are all right. I'm better than what I was before, but you're meant to do more. You're meant for more, okay? You're meant to have more. Um, and you're meant to do more. I feel like you should be spreading that knowledge, that wisdom, okay? And sometimes you got to take risks to do that, okay? Don't let fear stop you. But I do feel like you're at a place where you can trust yourself. I think you might have made a lot of mistakes in the past where you probably took too many risks and you probably paid for it, okay? But you're at a different place where it's almost like the things that can happen. So you're like, oh, well, I'm not even going to bother because if I do, then this may or may not happen, okay? But you're going to miss out on a lot by doing that, including new connections, new opportunities, new experiences, laughter, moments, happiness, even lessons. I feel like some of you are also holding a grudge, okay? And that may stem from the past I was talking about. It's like some of you don't want to hear it, and there's some things you need to confront. There may have even been things that you did that you need to confront, Cancer, okay? I feel like some of you may not have made the best decisions in the past, but it's like you don't want to own up to them. That's part of the lesson, okay? Is learning from our mistakes. So don't be embarrassed by it. Don't make yourself, how can I put it? Unteachable, okay? Not seeing the lessons that are being put in your path. But I also feel like you may have a lot of people like this around you too. So I feel like you kind of need to check yourself, but you also need to check other people and clean up your circle. All right. I do feel like some of you may be around people that may be wounded also. Okay. And when you have a lot of people that are wounded and that are not owning up to their shit, okay, it can cause a lot of issues, okay? And I feel like you can only control yourself. So the first step is to own up to your own shit so that you can have a clear thinking mind in order to deal with anything that anyone brings to you. But you will also be able to see other people's wounded ego, okay? And recognize it. Okay, because I feel like there may be some of you that work, like I said, with younger people or you're around younger people. And so you want to set an example. You want to be able to recognize when people are not being themselves, and also remember that we're all going through lessons. So there may be people that you come across that aren't your cup of tea, but maybe it stems from hurt and pain, just like you. Okay, because there's some things that you do that stem from hurt and pain too. So I feel like they want you to recognize that in other people, and that is what is going to help you help them. Okay, put it that way. Okay, because I feel like you help people. Maybe some of you are a healer. Maybe you're just around a lot of people, but I do feel like they're younger people. And if they're not younger, maybe just less experience. But they're looking up to you. So you want to be the best example, okay? The Hermit. Well, you have to. The Queen of Swords sideways, the Hermit sideways. Be careful with your mouth. Cancer. I'm only saying that because I feel like some of you, like I said, you let your ego, lead you sometimes, and you may say things that you don't really mean, or be upset and say things that you wouldn't normally say. Sometimes you just need a timeout, like the Hermit, you know what I'm saying, to collect your thoughts, to remember what you learned, okay? Because this is more about solitude than loneliness. But some of you may be lonely. I feel like that may change, though. I say may change only because it depends on you and the type of people that you let in and deal with. All right. But there is a way to connect with people that are really good and that are more like-minded. You just gotta take your time, be patient, and look in the right place, okay? But be careful with how you speak, okay, Cancer? I feel some of you just jump the gun and say things that without thinking, okay? She's a thinking queen, okay? She's a sword heir, all right? But she she can be cold, okay? She can lack emotions, okay? She is a queen, so she is emotional, but she can lack empathy, okay? She may misunderstand things, and I feel like you go up and down with that. But there are people around you that I would say are pretty nasty too. They say nasty things, and so you kind of be like, well, I'm going to react the same way. You're giving me that energy, I'm going to give it right back. Don't do that, okay? You're lowering yourself to a lower frequency when you do that, okay? You can't control what people do. If they do that, that's on them, okay? But don't do that yourself. Always have a clear mind. And she sits high up in the clouds, okay? So she has a higher perspective. She sees the whole kingdom, not just her court, okay? She's gonna do what is right for everyone because she's a fair queen, but she ain't gonna take no shit either. Okay, so I feel like it's a little bit of both. Clean up your circle, but be careful. Have definitely practice empathy. You know what I'm saying? Mercy, especially when it comes to the good people around you. Okay, don't get bitter because she can be a bitter queen, very bitter. Okay, and like I said, some of that bitterness stems from the past that you don't want to look at, and you need to start looking at that, okay? Because it affects how you are now. I had a feeling there was a lot of children around you guys. Okay, 6 of Cups. You have two sixes actually. You have the 6 of Swords too in reverse, both in reverse. Okay, so there's definitely a past connection here and children. Okay, so you want to set the best example for the children. Okay, so learn from your mistakes from the past. Do not repeat them. Do not allow other people to manipulate you and influence you to repeat them, okay? Because there may be a little bit of that too. There are some things that you should be letting go of and you don't want to, okay? With the 6 of Swords, if you notice, they are looking back, but they're going off to a better place, but they keep looking back, okay? And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing. You're looking back at people that are just being negative. You're looking back at your negative experiences. Look back at the good ones. Look back at the lessons. Like, I am here because of this. So, you know what? I learned. And that's a really good thing because you're evolving. Okay. You're not staying in one place. So give yourself some credit, but make sure that you practice that. It takes strength, it takes discipline to maintain that type of mentality. Okay. So go back and search so that you can heal more, but don't stay in the past. Don't linger there. Don't get stuck there. Okay. Think of the children, the young minds. And maybe for some of you, it's not children, it's just younger people or just people that look up to you. Okay. Remember that. Yeah. Walk away. Walk away from that baggage. 8 of Cups. There's something you don't want to walk away from. Maybe it's connected to the child. It's definitely connected to the past, though, if it's not a child for some of you. Some of you may have needed to walk away from something that you did not want to, but at the time it was necessary. Okay. And I feel like right now it may still be necessary because some people haven't learned the things that they needed to learn in that situation. So I feel like it's almost like if you go back and start it up again, it's like you're opening up a can of worms. And I'm not talking about go back and heal. That's something else. I'm talking about some of you are thinking about, I guess, I'm trying to, it's like at the tip of my tongue. You're trying to maybe like recreate a situation that has some link to the past. And I don't feel like this is the right time to do that because I feel like if you do, it's going to be a repeat thing. Not everyone involved has learned what they needed to learn. A lot of people are being led by their ego. Okay, a lot of people are making bad decisions. They're not seeing the full picture. Okay, so if you're thinking about starting something that has to do with family or children, think again. Okay, because not everyone is ready. Not everyone is ready, and you may regret it because some of you are contemplating something. And I feel like it's not a good thing. Now, I'm not saying your intention is not good. I just think that there are people involved that are not good. And for some of you, even you, your decision making. Okay, I'm not trying to insult you, but I feel what I feel. And I feel like some of you are not at a real place where you're going to see like this queen. the whole picture. Okay. Some of you are, but it's just not the right time. You have to be patient because not everyone is ready. But for some of you, you're not ready either. Maybe that's why I felt like some of you think you healed when you really didn't fully heal. Like you think you're done, like you're good. No. Because there are, if you go back, I think that you will understand and see how much you didn't heal. Okay, so someone's trying to open up some old wounds here. And at this moment, I feel you should stick to yourself and be patient because maybe sometime in the future that can be. Because I feel like I keep sensing at this moment, no, at this moment, no. So maybe in the future it will change. Or it could be someone in your ear that's trying to get you to go back and reopen this situation. But I don't feel like it's a good thing. You walked away for a reason. And not everyone has healed. I feel like you need to be careful with that because I feel like you're contemplating and you partly know it's not a good idea. See, maybe in the future, the sun sideways, but not now. It could even be that you're not the problem. It could be the people around you that's the problem. All I know is that if you trigger this, it's not going to be well. Even if it's not your fault, because like I said, it involves other people. So it just may be them that makes it a problem, even though you may have good intention. I just feel like this is not the time for it. There's definitely a connection to children here. So I keep staring at the sun and she's pregnant. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, this is definitely connected to children. And I mean little children. Okay. For others, like I said, it could just be young people that you're a leader for, an example for. But for others, there's definitely children here, and maybe that's why it's bothering you. Maybe there's something that you feel you need to do, because I feel like with this Eight of Cups, I feel like someone left someone behind, to be honest. So maybe you left a person behind, maybe you left a lifestyle behind, a family unit, or maybe an idea of what your family would be or your life. And it's like you're questioning now and you want to go back. The thing is that there's so much other things at play with that situation that you need to understand and realize that you may want what you want, but you're just one piece of the puzzle. So I feel like just because you want to reconnect or have peace or whatever it is, that doesn't mean that's how it's going to turn out, because you're dealing with people that are wounded and are being led by their ego. And then sometimes it rolls off on you too. Okay. So you need to be very careful what you decide, when you decide, and always keep the children in mind. Okay. Because I feel like there may be things that come up where the children, I feel like, even if they don't know what's going on, they are getting the shorter end of the stick here. Okay. They're being deprived of things. And I don't mean like neglect, it's more of happy moments, peacefulness, maybe in the home, seeing you smile. Okay. It could be just simple things like that. But I do feel like I don't think everyone involved is looking at that and truly seeing that. Okay. So that's why I'm saying make sure you think of the children first, always. Okay. Yeah, someone's being sneaky. Cancer, okay? Six of Swords. I'm sorry, Seven of Swords. Upright. They're making choices that are not good. And this definitely has to do with love, relationship, family, with the Lovers in reverse, okay? This is also a repeat thing for a lot. Look at that, the Devil. Look at that, the top card. I had a feeling that this is relationship, and I'm talking about not good relationship. It's like toxic. You may even have a history with some of these people that it was not good. It was not good. I feel like some of you are still going through that now, though. So it could be different people, different situation, but some of you are dealing with that now with someone. And someone is being very sneaky and just not making good choices for the collective, not even the children, not even themselves. They may think they are, but they are not. Okay. Again, with the ego, because this can represent ego. Okay. And you have the goblin. And I feel like you need to be careful with how you see things too when it comes to love and relationships. Because I feel like you can be a little toxic yourself, Cancer. Okay. And it could just be you putting up with this for so long, whether it's one relationship, multiple relationships, it's putting up with this type of behavior, lowering yourself or letting people influence you or bringing drama, bringing you into it and being sneaky and lying. I feel like it's kind of everywhere. You had your moments. I will say that a lot of it is other people, but you've had your moments too. Okay, some of you. And I feel like they're asking you, to learn and remember the children. And like I said before, for some of you, just younger people that look up to you, be careful because I feel like someone's doing something. And I feel like you know about it. It's weird because I feel like someone else is doing something to someone. They're being very sneaky, but you know about it. That makes you just as guilty, Cancer. Okay. I always say the one who knows is the one that is at fault. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Whoever's doing something, they know they're being sneaky, but sometimes, people don't really grasp that some people do things and they don't really see the full picture of what they're doing. Okay. And then you have other people that are watching them that fully know the bigger picture and fully know what they're doing and know it's not a good idea. And they just sit back and watch. And that's what I'm sensing here is that you know better, but you're sitting back and watching. So who's more wrong here? They may be being led by their emotions, their wounded ego, maybe heartbreak, maybe there's some things they didn't learn. Don't get me wrong. I feel like they are very sneaky and know what they're doing, okay? But on the grand scale of things, they might not know how it's hurting them, how their actions are going to hurt them and others in the long run. But you know that there is a doorway to that. So I do feel like you may know a little more than this person, or at least see the bigger picture more than this person, and yet you're sitting back and you're watching them do something to someone. It could even be that you're doing things to multiple people at different times. I feel for some of you, you do have a history with this person. So it could even be that this is not the first time that they have done something to someone and you watched. You may even have helped at times. Okay. But I do feel like you have learned too. Like I said, there have been mistakes that you've made in the past. Okay. But I feel like you need to be careful because if you're watching someone be a thief, if you're watching someone being nasty or deceiving and you're aware of it, you're just as guilty. You're just as guilty. Because I feel like you're just watching it. And I'm not saying, oh, you got to run and defend everyone. That's not what I'm saying. But you're not even telling this person what they're doing is wrong. You're just watching. You're just watching. Be careful, Cancer. Do not lower yourself. You need to make a choice. You need to make a choice. Two of Swords. And it shouldn't be that complicated. You're making it complicated. Okay. Because I feel like you know what to do. You just don't want to do it. So maybe you have some loyalty to this person. Maybe you just don't really want to get involved, but you are involved, is what I'm sensing, even if you don't want to be. You need to make a choice because this is going to trigger a new beginning, and it depends on you which way it goes, how smoothly it goes. This can either be a soft lesson or a hard lesson. I don't feel like you really have control over what the person does. But there were times that you could have talked some sense into them and you didn't. And you're starting to see that they're doing things. And maybe you can't talk sense into them at this present time, but you are aware and you can warn whoever they're targeting, because I know, I can sense that you know this is not right. Okay. And even if it's none of your business, that does, sometimes you just gotta, sometimes you gotta say something. Sometimes you gotta say something. Sometimes it's just the right thing to do. And it's weird because I feel like it involves you, but it doesn't. Whoever they're targeting, there's definitely a link to you, but like I don't feel like you're the target. I feel like they're targeting someone else, and it's not right. But for some of you, like I said, you just want to mind your business. For others, it's like you just don't care enough to like really say anything. You know what I'm saying? And for others, I hate to say it, but it seems like you just want to watch the show. Okay. So I do feel like you need to check yourself a little bit, Cancer. And I said that earlier when I first pulled this card. It's other people, but you need to check yourself sometimes. Always try to see the good, okay? Listen to your body and do what it's asking of you. So pay attention. If you feel a headache, maybe there's a reason. Especially if you're around people, you're probably picking up their energy. If you feel drained around certain people, listen to that. If you feel sick, your stomach tightening, listen to that. But also just physically listen to your body. You may be missing something. Maybe you need water. Maybe you need vitamins. Maybe, you need to meditate or find a stress reliever. Okay. You're very intuitive. Listen to the signs that your body is giving you. You are too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path, Cancer. Cancer. I'm saying that because that's kind of what I'm feeling, is like you're being influenced a little bit here. Of course, it's general, some of you. Don't fall into that trap. And I feel like this person, for some of you, they may even come up with reasons why they're just, but they're not. I can feel it that they're not. So forget what they're saying. Go with your gut feeling, okay? Don't let anyone convince you. Or even to follow in their footsteps, okay? Because you may end up somewhere you don't want to be, okay? Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Use your intuition. And be patient. You'll know when the right time is to go back and confront things, or when to continue to move forward and let things go, okay? I feel like some of you are just not listening to your intuition, because I feel like you know these things. You're just not listening. Life can be hard, but it can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? Which one? I told you, it depends on you, which way it goes, Cancer. But they're telling you. And I feel like that from that Ace of Wands. I feel like it can be slow and really hard, or it can be slow and beautiful. Because I feel like it's not even that it's slow. I feel like some things you're just rushing and it just takes time, okay? But which path are you going to choose? You know what I'm saying? Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. You always bounce back. Remember that. Because everything you learn has made you who you are. And like I said, we're waiting for you. We want to know what you're made of. We want to see you, Cancer. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised because you'll not only will you feel confident, but you'll feel really good and lighter. I feel like some of you carry so much. Even though you walked away from so much, you carry so much. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. And that means getting rid of the negativity, be it people, your own thoughts, your own actions. Make sure that you are teachable. Let me get you one more message. Be open, because I feel like there are good people around you, maybe even trying to teach you or show you something. This is funny. Look at that. Morning, the world awaits you. I told you, Cancer, we're waiting for you. Where are you? We want to see you. What's up with that? What's up with that? Wake up. We want to see what you're made of. You have so much potential. You need to see that and get out of that cycle. Okay. And if that means removing some people, so be it. Okay. Because it's not serving you. Gold. You don't need anyone else to fix you. See, you don't need anyone else. Look at that. You don't need anyone else. You have what you need. You're being provided for. You're being guided. You've gained wisdom. Don't fall into that trap. Okay. Because that's what this is. Entrapment. Okay. Low vibration. Addiction. Nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Like I said, this is not the time to go back. Some of you are thinking about going back for something in the past. I just feel like you need to focus now, here, in the present. But that doesn't mean in the future that you can't. Okay. But don't get stuck in the past, like I said. Okay. Some of you are carrying a lot from the past. Tower, unplug, relax for a spell. So like I said, do what you need to do. Meditate. Find an outlet. Even if you have to go ghost a little bit, Cancer, okay? To collect yourself, all right? To be that hermit in solitude so that you can gain the answers, the guidance, and also see what the universe has in store for you and what is waiting for you. Especially your own potential, because I want to see what you're made of, Cancer. I want to see what you're made of, okay? We all do. So step into your power, okay? Remember that the world is waiting for you. It's a new day. New day. That sun is shining on you, energizing you, blessing you, giving you life, all right? But anyway, that is your reading, Cancer. I hope it helps in some way, and good luck.